A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
65, 65.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Leopard! Check 43. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will take it on in for a bang. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as hits an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Gun!
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw here. And incomplete here on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Guilt trip is here, baby. Guilt trip is here. Wide. Get wide. Right, go ahead.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Gun! Alert! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watch Mike! Watch Mike! Outside coming!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Baby! Get him, boy! Gun! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Go ahead. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And some room to maneuver. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He juked him, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react.
21.
Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. They've got his man complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. And incomplete on the deep ball. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Pick. Nice pick. 11. 3 down. Hey, go. Motion. 21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throwing deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We got 3. We got Detroit! Detroit!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 58 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for.
And he will take it in for the touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. He's going to get it running right. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll let it go deep for Freeman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. Looking for the... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, guys, check me out. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield. field before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Roll, fellas, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go ahead. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And some space here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.